at 9.
Wild food, that's what hunting and gathering is all about. This is a journey into Britain's ancient way of life as we attempt to find the foods eaten by our hunter-gatherer ancestors. As well as eating them straight from the trees, the hunter-gatherer would have had to find ways of preserving fruit as a useful food source throughout the lean winter, and we're going to attempt one possible method. Hawthorns are tricky to pick, but I've improvised a simple technique which may well have been used all those years ago. They're looking pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah, I think
That's about done, yeah. They look lovely.
They're nice and ripe, aren't they, this
Yeah.
batch?
Well, I brought with me the bowls we're going to need
Oh, good.
to do this.
That's perfect, because it's
It'd be good for people to see.
sticky stuff by the time you get going.
What we're going to do is we're going to start to get the juice from these berries. And it's not an elaborate process, it's quite simple. I'm just going to crush them with my hands and squeeze the juice into this bowl. Obviously our ancestors didn't have this apparatus, but I'm using this because I want you to be able to see clearly what happens. They're very dry this year.
Yes, that's a very dry flesh, isn't it? This is
Much drier
much
this year.
more glutinous, isn't it, than
Yep.
normal.
And more. We've had to add a little bit of water because this year the berries are very dry. Normally you don't have to do that. And what I need to do now is to start to skim out the stones and the particulate matter. I can just do that with my hands actually. It's quite easy to do. And just squeeze the juice like so. Try it. You can see, although it's very messy, we are getting most of the juice and most of the stones, with the odd one escaping. Gordon's wicking those out, but most of the juice is going into this bowl, and the pile there is mostly stones and flesh.
That's right.
I don't know whether you can see it, but it's already starting to thicken, and that's one of the things that's amazing about this, is that this is actually going to go hard. It only takes 5 minutes and it's set hard, and what I'll do is I'll turn that out like a sandcastle, like that. Now that fruit jelly can be sliced and laid out in the sun on mats to dry into a hard fruit leather, and then that can be stored long term. I've got some in here, and that's what it looks like when it's been sliced and dried. In fact, this is 3 years old and it's still absolutely delicious. It's sweet and very, very tasty. That's beautiful. It's the nearest thing to a sweet from a sweet shop. You want that?
Yes, it's fruit gum. It's still as good as it was 3 years ago.
Yeah. We've got no evidence that this was done in the past, but I think that if our ancestors were aware of this, what we glimpse here is a food and a taste, a flavour that we just don't attribute them as having.
No, that's right. Especially once it's gone dry, that fruitiness becomes much stronger, doesn't it?
It's lovely. It's an appley licorice, really.
That's
Isn't
right.
it? Wonderful food.